even when they decided on who was the right person to be a priest. By the way, the Latin word for priest literally means bridge builder. That's important, because that's exactly what the priests did. They were the bridge between the people and God. So if you wanted to go before God, you had to go through a priest. All right, let's get into this priest. At the very top of the order was the high priest. Now, we mentioned a little bit earlier, the high priest was the head of the Sanhedrin, and he exercised control over civil life, including the oversight of the religious ceremonies. The high priest served several purposes that were crucial to Israelite worship. As the representative for the nation of Israel, the high priest had a huge amount of responsibility to direct the hearts of the people toward God. And in that, they were to fulfill this covenant that God had with the people. That's a big reason why they had so many rules, was so that they were able to follow the covenant. It was to help them in their relationship with God. So that was one responsibility. The other was this. It was to direct others to carry out the duties of the temple and the laws of Moses. But the number one job of the high priest was to go before God on behalf of the people for the forgiveness of their sins. This was the most important task that he had. And the high priest carried out this most important function once a year on the 10th day of the 7th month. The day was known as the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. On the Day of Atonement, the high priest would enter the Holy of Holies, which was in the temple. This was the only day that he could enter into the Holy of Holies. Now, the Holy of Holies was the most sacred place of the temple. It held the Ark of the Covenant, and it was believed that this is where the presence of God dwelt. This was the most holy place in the entire land. It was separated from the rest of the sanctuary by a large curtain. You remember that now. And in a few moments, we're going to come back to this and explain the significance of the Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. Okay, so you have the high priest. He's at the top. Then right